dogs are barking. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Taylor.
Do you know what this is?
Tell me.
She totally knows.
I do know what it is. Tell them.
I'm so excited about today. This is the motherboard of my Atari 2600. And we're going to do an AV mod on it. But specifically, we're going to do the Deluxe AV Mod from The Future with 8-Bit.
Yes, with our pinky out.
Right. We're going to be very... So I've already done a lot of modifications to this, and I want to give you a brief tour on that.
Please do.
So for starters, when I opened it up, it had this gigantic RF shield on it. It also had aluminum foil around all of these switches. I took that out. I took this off, and that was relatively easy because the bottom just comes up from the bottom, and these tabs go up through these holes, and then they just twisted them to keep them on, so I didn't have to desolder them. All I had to do was untwist and pull off. So that monstrosity is gone.
Unnecessary.
Now, this area is available, and I took off this little guy, who is the RF inductor coil. Little cell phone tower there. Boop, gone. This transistor that was here. And there was a resistor here. I was going to save it and show you the resistor like I did the other pieces, but I accidentally dropped it on the floor, and it's gone.
And we'll never see it.
It's probably in the vacuum bag. Anyway, so these are now gone. And then the big stuff. Here is where the RF little box was. It was also, these little legs went through the board, and it was soldered on the underside, so I had to desolder this.
That one was soldered.
And then I had to cut these pins off of here because they went down through those holes, because we need those solder pads for the mod. So you're gone. And last but not least, and this is pretty unusual, I think, because I don't have another computer or game system that's like this. Most of the systems, in fact all of them, have an RF port in the back where you put an RF jack. This one had soldered in right here its own RF cord. So I desoldered the cord. So the 2600, rather than having an RF jack on the back, had a cord coming out of it that you plugged into your TV switch box. So that's gone. So all of this is what we don't need anymore, and which I took off in expectation of doing this mod.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. So this is the classic composite mod, and basically it's just a tiny little circuit board. You've got 4 wires that you're working with on this. So you've got to get video, audio, 5 volts, and ground. And the way the original mod works, you put those wires on your board, and then you solder them to the little mini guy. And then on the other side, you solder 4 wires, and you send that out to audio, video, and ground onto jacks. So this composite mod requires a case mod, because you're putting jacks onto your case. You could do it with, if I tried to do it, I would make a huge mess if I tried to do it otherwise. So, but the Deluxe mod has a couple of little upgrades. One is that rather than having to solder it at all on this end, it's got a pluggy guy. And 2, you connect this directly to the board itself from the inside, and so just like the original, it has a wire that sticks out.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do.
That's kind of neat.
So hold that up for our friends to
Alright,
see the Deluxe AV Mod.
I'm not the best. There we go. I don't think yeah, you can see that. Okay. Deluxe.
Yeah. So I have... This board came out of a Darth Vader case, so I have one of the late model 2600s that has, it has 2600 written on it.
Yeah. Now, is this your original one, or is this one
I never had one.
You never? I had one. You did.
Yeah, I found it.
I gave her mine.
I found it at a flea market.
Gotcha. That's right.
20 years ago.
That's right.
And bought it.
I can't keep track of what's hers.
I know, right? But yours had the wood grain, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yours was an earlier model
have
than
mine, do you not?
I have your games, but not yours.
Oh, that's right, because mine didn't work.
Yeah, your mom.
I swear my brain works. Okay. I remember.
Awesome. So it's the all black case, so that's why it's called the Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It came later. So first you had like the heavy sixer. It had 6 of these switches at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So sixers came first, then the 4-switch version. Although it actually has 6 switches, they just moved it to the back here, the difficulty switches.
Gotcha.
So this is probably cheaper, but it's still 6 switches. Anyway, you didn't lose any functionality when you lost 2 of these gigantic switches. And they started calling it the 2600. In fact, the Darth Vader's, I think the first one that has 2600 written on it. The reason they started calling it that is because the 5200 had come out. And they needed to differentiate.
Gotcha.
So, first things first, we're going to solder. Now, I am going with the official...
Thank you, the future was 8-bit.
Future with 8-bit instructions, which it points to the things you're supposed to take off. Done. And it shows you where you're supposed to solder these connections and what colors. So the audio gets connected to the third thing up in this column, which is this capacitor. So I'm just gonna put a little solder there. Alright, so I'm just gonna add
Safety third.
a little solder to that joint. And I'm gonna do the same thing to these. We need the first one, we need third one, and we need the 4th one. There. Alright, I'm just going to remelt that solder and try to get this trapped in it. What are you doing?
Like when my hand just magically like goes God mode while I'm filming. And
Yep, we're going to do that. And then we've got, so that's audio, and then this is ground, and I'm just going to try to melt the solder.
That's already there.
It's already there, and just stick it in. Boom.
Great.
And then voltage. It's on there. It's not great. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Got it.
Of course.
Alright, and then this is going to be video. And it went right
Someone
in. Look
post
at
that
that.
joke.
Look at that.
Just so I can know what it is.
Alright, Amy, we've done all the soldering. Now, this is another cool thing that I don't know if the other one has, but I like the fact that this one has it.
Okay.
Is it came with the little 2-sided tape on the back.
Thanks, guys.
So, I'm just going to peel that off, and I'm going to put this guy right where the
It's at.
RF shield had been, or the box.
Oh, looks great.
It looks
It
good!
looks so great.
Oh my god, I hope it works. So, one thing that's nice about the fact that the 2600 was so popular is that so many people still have them and so many people still use them that you can buy modern
Did it work? Here, I'll do it.
Modern power supplies.
Thought we'd
pull back. There we go.
We thought we'd figured something out.
There
we go.
So if you would plug that in. Yeah. To the world's weirdest power connector.
Yeah. Got it. And all this is.
Taylor! Oh, joystick! Okay. Flashbacks.
Oh man, for some reason this was set up back in my parents' bedroom. And I remember playing it there more than anywhere else. Maybe that was Tetris, I don't know.
This joystick is terrible.
Oh, at least it comes back to center. Oh, it's a little, I think it's a little jankier even than, it's more janky than baseline.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go get the new one from Hyperkin. That's the one that came with the Retron 77.
And don't worry, we'll link everything.
Yeah. They also think that I'm going to be 50 feet away, which I could be if I was doing this like on a modern 60-inch television.
That's true.
I could absolutely be
that's a
far away.
consideration. Yeah. Oh,
you're playing.
Oh,
On.
Feels like there's more buttons than there used to be.
Reset.
Oh yeah, it's great. Oh,
you're good at it.
Yes, I am. I didn't mean to turn there, but this obviously is a better. Yeah,
you're not having to wrestle as much.
Oh.
Yeah. This Pac-Man is so bad.
It still doesn't go where you want it to go.
I understand that they wanted it to be like 2-player, and they used up a lot of RAM doing that.
So that they.
But I still don't understand why the background couldn't be black and the bars, and why the dots couldn't be dots instead of minus signs.
There were choices were made. Oh, I thought
also,
it was
the ghost flicker, which I always thought was an RF artifact, is not. It's in the code.
Amazing. Oh, and this.
You got 216.
Well, see if you can get to the power pellet, because I saw that up here.
I did last time.
The one in the middle, that one, right?
What does it do?
Isn't it?
It's just points. Let's play another game.
Yeah, dude. Well, and you know, it's funny, because depending on, I mean, there's some people that profess it to be its favorite game. But the thing about Yard's Revenge is there's a hack to it. Remember that? Like, if you got like in the upper left-hand corner, you just breeze through. So we always did. My brother did that. Oh my god! That being said, I remember playing this a decent amount.
The AV mod is working.
Those graphics. That sound! Oh my god!
I was thinking that with Pac-Man.
Yeah, but I've forgotten this sound. And you can fall in those pits. And this is something like one of the pits has something in it. You have to. Oh, it's this. Oh my god! Oh, don't let him get you. He's the FBI.
I hid from him.
Dick Tracy's coming to get you. Is that a thing? I do not.
Oh, there's a Reese PC. I have to get
yes,
the Reese
that's
PC.
right.
Oh, I'm in the hole.
But he didn't. Oh, that's right. You can float. One of these holes has something in it you need.
It's not that one.
I remember this being a problem.
I think this was what people got annoyed with. Okay. Donkey Kong.
We'll Twitch stream that later.
Cover your video.
I don't think it works. There you go.
I was always so bad at this.
I need to drop my job a little bit. I feel like the controller is obviously way better than the one that's old.
Oh.
In that the old one is.
Look at his shoes.
Decrepit.
Why are they blue?
And they're. But it feels like this controller needs to be broken in a little bit. Oh.
Yep, that's how that always went. All right.
I really liked Adventure.
Okay, we'll do more gaming in the future.
Yeah.
I'm just super happy
but
with
it works.
But here's the thing. We're halfway done. We now have to get this back in the case. And I want to do it in such a way that this guy is stably plugged.
Yeah, how big is the hole that is there already?
It's, I think, big enough. Power off. Okay, and then we're going to unplug it because
just for now.
We need to bring it up through the bottom of the case.
Okay.
Here!
I did not even think to double check that.
There we go. It's a bit of it's a little more. Okay. Plug it in.
Okay, oh my god.
Like, so now I'm just going to put the case back
Right.
there.
Yeah, no problem. Let's put that back on there.
And now
looks good.
I'll put the screws in.
Okay, for
now this being
pretty robust.
plugged in, I'm just gonna plug in the power and turn it on.
For the first
joyous stick.
All right, here I'm gonna mosey this back over. Don't get seasick. There we go. Or no. Oh, y'all grab it!
Just go to this corner.
Yeah, it was like
there.
it was like the upper left-hand corner, and you had to like jam it in the upper left-hand corner.
Well, if I stay there,
But like nothing happened. It was weird. Or maybe it was upper right. But it was.
What do I do?
You shoot the
Am
thing.
I winning?
Don't do that.
I'm great at this. What's the object?
Kill the thing,
also,
probably.
What? Ugh.
Don't let that hit you.
Got it. Okay, what's this?
That is. I don't.
Can I just go through it, or am I?
Yeah, I think it does it slow. I think it slows you down. Can we see this? I'm gonna make this a feature of you.
How many lives do you get before you?
I definitely remember that.
I'm bad at that.
You're
okay,
great.
but
Okay.
I'm very happy that the 2600 is back together with the AV mod that allows me to plug it into Composite and HDMI with a converter, which is what we're using.
Yeah. Dang, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yay! Atari! So there'll be more Atari stuff.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Like and subscribe.